Hey, what's going on, everybody? Today we are looking at, and finally, because I've had these things for a long time. Now let's get this straight. I have a lot of Cleer headphones. I've had the original Flows. I've had the Enduro. I've had the Enduro A and C. I've liked every single one of them, and I like them for a lot of different reasons. Preferably because it's always performance, really just thinking outside the box when it comes to the design and all the different features that they give you. And it's always less than its competitors in price. Now, this guy is, when I first started this guy was $250. Might actually even been more. And I've only had this for a short time now. Going to be about 2 months, I think. It's roughly about 2-3 months I've had these guys, and I've just been flooded and haven't been able to do that. So I've gotten a lot of testing out of these, and you know, my daily drivers for a long time were the Flows. I absolutely love the ANC performance on those. I love the comfort. I absolutely love that silver look with them. Even the dark ones, they had copper rings. They just look really beautiful. They always make a beautiful looking product. Now, this product, really good looking, kind of looks like Sony a little bit, but there's their own designs here and their own touches on here. So it's a good design regardless. I love it. I love the way it looks. This midnight blue, very pretty looking. They also comes in a very beautiful light colored stone color. And looking at the box, we have the box that's peeing out a little bit. Here is the box with the Alpha. Premium active noise cancellation, designed in California. Soccer League, Red Dot winner. They're always winning designs. Let's look at some of the features on this guy here. The ANC, we'll get into that in just a minute. Clear calls with 2 mic CVC design. Let's see, integrated direct virtual spatial audio. Really good. Excellent for mobile gaming. Those patented 40mm ironless drivers that Cleer puts in a lot of things. Very, very cool technology there. Look that up if you want, those ironless drivers. That's pretty unique, though. The kind of, it's kind of like these little, it's a ring, but it's not like a full ring. They're like in different spots of the headphones, and they go around the headphone instead of having the magnet. It's pretty cool. And of course, the Cleer app. That's the big thing. Just like the others, I know I got a couple of complaints with the other pair of earbuds, people saying they're not loud. You had to go to the app. You had to use the app to enhance them. You could also customize those to your hearing and stuff. Same thing with this app. You can customize, not to your hearing, but maybe that's coming in the next iteration, because Clear is always doing some really cool technology things. But this app allows you to adjust the ANC. It has an equalizer on it. And also you can adjust between ANC and ambient noise. You can just customize it, both ANC and the sound quality to your liking. I don't know where that thing just popped down from. I hit something. Okay, so getting into that. So this is just the box, really nice box. It's a little bit lighter than some of the Cleer boxes in the past. Still nice looking packaging. The units themselves. First we'll put those off to the side. This is the case that they come with. Very similar to the case that came with the Flows, but instead of being pleather, it's this nice cloth material with a little pouch there to put something in. Opening up on the inside, there is a soft kind of material right there. You get your USB-C and your 3.5mm. And I have used this, I just have my own cables. So there's an airplane adapter inside there as well. This stuffs right into this part right here for travel. And you can see the controls. It does have touch controls on the ear cups themselves. This ring, touch controls. It also has a feature similar to Sony where you can put your hand over one side and go into conversation mode. A ton of different things. Let's just get into some of the things. Check out the specs here. Okay, so these are a little on the heavier side. They feel solid. I mean, let's get into the build quality first for a second. It's metal. Big, thick thing of metal there. This is all soft brushed plastic. This is all soft too. You get into this is glossy. I'm assuming this is plastic and not glass, but it's glossy. This is a metal ring that you use as a touch pad. You got your button for your A and C on this side. Is it? It's on this side right here. That's your power on. That's your button for your A and C. I have these backwards. There's your USB-C port. There's a microphone. Your 3.5 millimeter, a light indicator, another microphone. Call quality on these is crystal clear and quite audible with these. You got some nice padding up in the headband. Very thick plastic and then a metal reinforced. It feels very sturdy in the hands. Nice memory foam pads. Of course, it has the indicator somewhere in there. I think you can feel it right there. And that will tell when you take it off. It'll have smart pause and playback. The thing literally has every feature you can think of that things have right now. The ANC has the ambient mode where you can hear your surroundings. One thing about I would have liked to see the one that featured on the Flow. I would have liked to see that that two-stage. It had one to hear the surroundings, and then it had one that just focused in on vocals. But the ANC has gotten improved over the time and everything. So ultimately, maybe it doesn't need that anymore. I just liked kind of that feature with the Flow. And I remember it wasn't there when I used the Enduro ANCs, and I would have liked to see that, but you kind of can customize it on the app, so maybe you don't need that anymore with the addition of the app. So inside the box, of course, you get the airplane adapter, you get the case, you get the charging cable, you get the auxiliary plug 3.5, and you get the units themselves. Comfortable, made exceptionally well. A little heavier than the competition. I believe the Sonys are like 250 grams. These are 330. That said, with the cushioning and everything, their headphones, they rest on your head. I don't think the majority of people are going to say that these are too heavy for their head. They're definitely not like in the Odyssey range of headphone heaviness neck breakers. And a lot of people don't have any problem with those either, so. The performance, it is a 40 millimeter ironless driver, a technology that is proprietary to Cleer Audio. They own the patent on that. They put that in basically everything, I believe. The frequency response, both Bluetooth it is 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz. Line, using the line, it's 20 hertz to 40 kilohertz. Obviously, these are over ear. They're foldable. As a matter of fact, you can fold them flat if you have a case like that. If you don't want to use the included case, which is very good, they fold flat like this. They fold like this, and of course they fold typical like Beat style. They fold like that as well. So, however you want to have them, that's the way they're going to fold. So they're flexible and they will fit you because they bend in the different directions. There's a nice pivot right here. Just trying to look. The microphones, it has Qualcomm CVC 2 mic beamforming for calls. Obviously, that is going to translate to a really clear call. Audio formats for this is, MP3, SBC. It's got Qualcomm aptX adaptive, meaning it has HD, low latency, all the different ones. The range is about 15 meters, give or take, depending on obstacles in your path. Bluetooth is multi-point, so it can pair seamlessly to multiple devices. And battery life is 35 hours. of battery life with these. Obviously, you're not getting the 100 of the other one that we got from the original Enduro. That was kind of groundbreaking, and I think the NASDAQ driver ANCs I had were 100 as well. It's got a quick charge on it. That's 10-minute charge, provides 4 hours, and of course that's via USB-C. Feature-wise, you got adaptive, active noise canceling, meaning you have noise canceling that you can adjust on the app, or you can either have, ambient sound or that. Conversations are very clear with ambient sound, definitely due to those dual microphones. And of course, it's a full-size set of cans, so the microphones and the sound just a little bit sharper than you would get from like buds and stuff. It says ambient sound control, conversation mode, Dirac virtual spatial audio. This increases the sound stage in both soundstage and the imaging quality and everything. Very good, especially if you're doing some mobile gaming or something like that. An excellent, excellent thing to have on it. For some people, it's just going to be more of a novelty. Maybe you're not going to use that. Maybe you don't care about that. I personally like it there. I like it on. Especially when I'm doing some mobile gaming, comes in perfect. Or even if you're doing, say, media, maybe you're watching a movie out or something. Maybe you're using these on your bed and you have your Android television or something, and you're using the Bluetooth on that. Still works very good for that. Of course, it's got the detect play auto pause thing. That's a smart playback where if you take them off, they pause. You get the Cleer app, which is just really excellent overall. And that's basically it for spec-wise. Sound-wise, now obviously that is going to be subjective because it's Bluetooth, and that will depend on everything. Volume, what it sounds like basically. I mean, the basic thing of this is going to be balanced with a little bit punchy bass. The bass isn't overdone. It's not muddy. The bass is actually quite clear. There's a lot of good control in the bass there. That can be changed with the app, so we're not going to get too much into that or hang too much onto that sound signature. I'm just trying to tell you what it sounds like stock out of the box. Good punchy bass. Definitely no muddy there. Mids are very clear. They're very centered. You get in the highs, and the highs are very crisp. They have a decent extension. Nothing gets harsh. Nothing is muddy or mucked or anything. Everything is just clear and balanced across the frequencies. Of course, you can change this quite easily with the app. And loudness, even on the Sony, which I've had a lot of issues with Sony, excuse me, the Samsung. I've had a lot of issues with that phone with volume. There are some phones, they just suck when it comes to Bluetooth and volume. You got to crank them up. Now you can fix this by going in the settings. Just look it up online. There's some things in the settings you can change, like the disable, and if you go into developer options, you can disable the absolute volume and stuff like that. And that could make a difference. Sometimes it does. Well, there are times where it actually doesn't. That said, volume is very good with these. They get loud enough to be where you don't want to turn them up all the way. So that's excellent, because I've had a lot of wireless products where they got to be cranked up to the red, meaning that it's the device starts to warn you that this level is dangerous, but it really isn't, because you can, it's just a comfortable level, to be quite honest. Yeah, that's about it from my notes. Okay, so they get plenty loud, even on my worst phone. And I've tested these on both Motorola, Apple, Samsung, and LG. So that said, those different models sounded fine. Sounds good on my DAP using the Bluetooth. Sounds good on my computer. Both the HP and the Acer sounded really good. The iPad sounded excellent. The Google Television sounded excellent. The Nintendo Switch sounded excellent. I'm trying to think of the different devices that I've used it on. I've even used them with the Griffin over there, which was highly unnecessary, but I did. Wired, they sound very good, very competent for a pair of closed-back headphones. Of course, you lack the features like all the ANC and all the different adjustments that you can do. I like the case, very nice looking case, and it has a little bit of hardness to it. It gives a tiny bit, but not much, so it will protect the headphones quite well. Packaging was good. Accessories were decent. You got the nice accessories there. Um, I'm not expecting much more than the case. I mean, I've gotten a lot of headphones that were just the pouch. Cleer before this was giving pouches with the Enduros, and I was like, oh, I like a hard case better. But a pouch is okay. It's nice to see they went back to the hard case again. I found them very comfortable. I didn't find the weight to be an issue. As of course, with every ANC, when you go into ANC mode, the bass is a little bit more boosted. You're going to be finding it more toward the kind of boosted realm that you would be used to with like Beats, but not so deep. Beats has got that delicious freaking low end that sometimes can be a little too much for long listening, especially if you're listening to bass boosted music already. If you're listening to like hip hop or you're listening to like techno or something like that, even listening to Ramstein, and you got that low end just kicking there. You can only listen to it for so long before it's like I need a break. And with these, they got a nice low end, but it doesn't. It's not fatiguing at all. Neither is the high end. Um, I would think that the weak part of this would probably be the mids. The mids are above average, but if you're used to like high-end headphones, you'll hear the difference in the mids. It's not that they're not clear; they are very clear, but because of the boosted mid presence, now you can adjust that in the EQ, so that's not really a bit of an issue. I'm just trying to tell you, stock-wise. Oh, another feature that I want to mention that I absolutely love is why didn't they do this with the flows and everything else? I love this. This I absolutely love. It's just a magnet and they come right off there and then they clip right back on. So I love that feature. Thank you, Cleer, for doing that. It make it a lot easier. Of course, you probably have to get the pads from them. Maybe Tacony eventually will have some or another company, but it's nice to see that the pads just come off. They're not stuck on there like you have on Beats and some other brands that I've had in the past. They were glued on, and some of them I even went to replace, and it ripped, and I was like, oh no, now I got to go get new pads. So I like that, the magnetic feature. Very nice, indeed. Made exceptionally well, very comfortable. ANC just as good as the big guys, Sony, Bose, you name it. Uh, Very good quality, a lot of nice features on it. They look great, by the way. They feel great. What else can we say about them? This has been the Cleer Alpha. This is the best thing that Cleer's come up with yet, and they've come up with a lot of really nice products. So that said, I'm just gonna let you take a quick look around. And that's basically them in a nutshell. They're very nice looking. Yes, they do look a little like Sony's, but for the most part, they're quite original with this nice logo and everything. And it's definitely an alternative. And they're down to 219, I see, online. So they're a hell of a bargain. Thanks so much for watching. I hope this video was informative, and I'll see you somewhere on the internet. Stay safe.